Hello, my name's Paul Robinson and I'm the convener of the United Reformed Church's Children and Youth Work Committee. We meet together 4 times a year on behalf of the General Assembly to strategically develop our children and youth work and support the denominational children and youth work team. We met for 24 hours just last weekend in Sheffield and also through hybrid means on Zoom, and I thought it would be good just to take a few minutes to offer an update on our work and encourage you to pray with us. Our meeting was an act of worship, and at the start, during and end of the meeting we used the Pray Like Paul resources. I wonder whether you've seen them, whether you're using them in your own local context. That way we stood with young people in prayer for our church and world. On Friday evening, we were joined by members of the CYWC team. They're the synod-based children and youth development officers, or equivalent. We heard a report about their recent work in developing resources and opportunities for children and young people, both within synods, local settings, but also denominationally too. And with their help, we were also able to consider entering into some training partnerships that will better equip leaders across the church. From entering into an agreement with Godly Play UK, being able to run Youthscape's Youth Ministry Essential training, to pursuing the Launchpad programme with Youthscape. Watch out for more details of how you can take up these training opportunities in the bi-monthly newsletters that come out from Church House. Last year, it was a joy and privilege to lead the church in launching URC Children. There was a real excitement as this umbrella organisation was launched to recognise the breadth of our work amongst young children, encourage the church to take seriously the voice of children, and bring together those who are passionate and called to a ministry amongst children. We're keen that the impetus of the initial launch isn't lost, but that this work keeps on growing and developing. And so we decided to establish a URC Children's Task Group to continue our strategic oversight and leadership of this work in between our regular Children and Youth Work Committee meetings. On the Saturday, we had opportunity to hear from Philippa and Heather, the moderator and moderator-elect of URC Youth. They shared with us a report on the recent Youth Assembly, and we are supporting URC Youth in bringing resolutions from their Youth Assembly to the General Assembly. We gave thanks for those who are now serving on the new URC Youth Exec and hearing about their aspirations for the year ahead, and we prayed together with them. The youth focus continued on Saturday as we agreed to accept an invitation to join YWAM in a national prayer summit to be held in May this year. And we then spent some time considering how the denomination might best recognise the important ministry that so many offer across the church amongst children, young people and their families. This has resulted in the aspiration to bring a resolution to this year's General Assembly that will highlight and celebrate the breadth of ministries that are offered amongst children and young people, encouraging synods to offer recognition and accreditation processes similar to those offered for other ministries within local churches, and asking whether the URC wishes to recognise children's, youth and family ministers as a formal ministry alongside ministers of Word and Sacraments and CRCWs. Having had some lunch, our final session on Saturday considered how we might continue to offer a denominational Advent resource this year, taking into account the limited resources and rising costs that we're experiencing at the moment. We also looked at how we might work with others to offer support and pastoral care to transgender young people and their families, as well as considering the request from General Assembly that we take significant steps towards our work being carbon net zero by 2030. I hope you can tell from this update it was a full, positive and encouraging meeting, touching on many important issues and areas of church life and our work amongst children and young people. Please do continue to pray for the committee, the Church House staff, the CYWC team and all our work amongst and alongside children and young people. Thanks be to God, and thanks for listening. Take care.